Hello, all. In our last session, we had discussed various kinds of research design, and in today's session, we'll be discussing experimental research design. What do we mean by experimental research design? For example, if there is a training program organized, and after the training program, the sales of the company, the sales have increased. So, can we very confidently say that it was because of the training program that the sales have increased? So, such kind of research problems, they are taken care of by the experimental research design. The experimental research design actually relates to the causal inferences. Causal, what is the cause and what is the effect? So, if we are able to understand the cause and effect relationship in the business world, then a lot of decision making will be very easy. Causal inference is the process of drawing a conclusion about causal connection between the variables, like the training program, um, increase in the sales. If at all we are able to establish that the training program has been responsible for the increase in the sales, then it will be a very, very major thing. Okay, and then it will add to the value of the training program. And then many such training programs can be organized for not only the salespeople but for different spectrum of work profile. But what is required is we have to have a very clear cut relation between the different variables, and this is what the experimental research design does. The necessary conditions for making causal inferences, first is the concomitant variation. It is the extent to which the cause X and the effect Y occurs together or they vary together. However, both of them need to occur together. Means if the training program has been organized and there is an increase in the sales, so the training program relating to the increase in the sales, we can say that is the concomitant variation. Okay, they are occurring together. Okay, so these are the few conditions that if they are fulfilled, then they will establish a cause and effect relationship. Okay, so first is concomitant variation. You have understood that both X and the effect, the cause X and the effect Y has to occur or vary together. Okay, then it is concomitant variation. For example, if there is a headache, I am having a headache and I take medicine and the headache subsides, so that is the cause and effect. Okay, a relationship can be established, like my headache has vanished because I have taken medicine, because X and Y, they both occurred together. Then time order of occurrence of variables. The causal variables must occur prior to or simultaneously with the effect variable. Obviously, like I gave you an example of headache. If I'm having a headache and I take medicine and the headache subsides, it is a concomitant variation. But if at all my headache goes off with a cup of tea and then I take medicine, then we cannot say that the headache subsided because of the medicine, because the effect was first and the cause was it was followed by the cause. Then comes the absence of other causal factors. Okay, like the other causal factors should not interfere in the relationship. For example, if I've taken coming to the same example that we took, headache, I'm having a headache and I take the medicine, but before that I had a very nice cup of tea also, and my headache subsided. So we cannot for sure say that it was basically because of the medicine only. Maybe I'm so used to of drinking tea and I did not get tea in the whole day, and therefore my head started paining, and with the consumption of tea my headache vanished. So we cannot very confidently say that it was because of the medicine. Okay, so therefore in order to establish relationship between two variables, we need to have the other causal factors removed. For example, if training program has been organized and there is an increase in sales, but if at all there is a festival in between, if Diwali has come or Eid has come or any other festival has come, so we cannot say that we cannot attribute the increase in sales to the training organized, because maybe it was because of the Diwali. Had not the training been organized, still the sales would have gone up. Okay, so therefore these are few of the conditions that are required in order to have the cause and effect relationship. First is concomitant variation, then time order occurrence of variables, and absence of other causal factors. Then the basic concepts that we use in experimental design are independent variables. We need to have dependent variable, independent variable. Then there is an experiment. Then there are test units. Those are those entities on which the treatments are being applied. Okay. So these are few things we use. We will study in our coming lectures. There has to be an internal validity. Validity in the experimental research design. And what do we mean by validity? There are two types of validity, internal validity and external validity. Internal validity tries to examine whether the observed effect on an independent variable is actually caused by an independent variable or not. So if that is internal validity is established, then there is a proper relationship established between the two variables, like the training program and the sales. If we have to have some kind of relationship that the sales have increased only because of the training program, then we can say that there is an internal validity. Okay, and external validity refers to the generalization of the results of an experiment. Like if we are able to establish that the training program has resulted into increase in sales, so we can extrapolate this idea to different departments also. Like not only for the sales department, we can have the training program for the production department, for manufacturing department, for HR department. Means we have established that this training program results into increase in the output. So that is the external validity. So in this way, we can say that there is a cause and effect relationship which is established. So experimental research design, what it does is it tries, and this is the research design which is used very common. It is very common in the social science researches. Therefore, it helps in taking business decisions also. So in this way, we can say that experimental research designs are used. Now we'll do the rest of the learning in our next session. Thank you.